Buddy, June 2000 here, and fuck. I just watched. I just watched Halloween Ends, and yes, folks, it's about time that I'm ranting on this piece of crap movie. Now, every sequel that everybody considers one of the worst sequels, Jason Goes to Hell, Exorcist 2, Texas Chainsaw Massacre, Next Generation. Um, what else is the worst sequels? I know Scream 5 and 6. Those are pieces. I know, like Scream 5 and 6. You know what? I don't need to mention them. Those are a piece of shit in the first place. Um, but I'm talking about like the sequels that have obviously had reputation of being bad and always ranking as the worst ones. But you know what? Those are not the worst movies because this movie, Halloween Ends, takes a cake as being one of the worst horror sequels that's ever made. Fuck. This movie up his ass. I know that to each their own. I know a lot of people praise this movie. That's cool, and I respect that. But I still don't get it. What's good about this movie? If anybody likes this movie, put in the comments and explain why this movie is so good. Because I don't get it. Because I think this movie fucking sucks. This movie is released by Blumhouse New Pictures. It is Blumhouse, but I used to they used to be they're in Blumhouse, but I call them Blumhouse after what they did to Michael Myers in this movie. When this movie came out, this movie isn't abysmal to see what they did to Michael Myers. They came out with a new intro, which I'm like, all right, whatever. And yeah, this movie is just bad. Blumhouse needs to just stay away from big horror franchise. They need to just go back to their own original bullshit or continue doing more sequels to the Purge movies. Like continue doing that bullshit. Like stay away from horror franchises. And I bet they're gonna attack another franchise. They're gonna attack Freddy Krueger. I bet, and they're gonna screw that bullshit up. Oh, it's gonna be the rebooted sequel. Hell with that crap. Man, this movie is a piece of crap. Nothing's good about it. And yeah, let me get a water, folks, because this is gonna be a long. This is gonna be the longest rant, folks. Like longer than the Highlander 5, longer than the rant on what's it called? That piece of shit Black Christmas remake, reboot, whatever they want to call it. So yeah, this is gonna be an hour, folks. A ripping this movie's a new ass. But if anybody enjoys the movie, I respect your opinion. But leave in the comments if anybody loves this movie. What the fuck was good about this movie? Because I did not enjoy this film at all. Just explain to me what was good about it. I know some people may say it's different, but I've seen better different horror movies than this, or even sequels that did something different and better, which I'll mention by the end after reviewing and ripping this movie a new ass. So let's review this piece of shit. This movie has a new Bumhouse intro. Looks like shit to me. Um, it has a shitty remix of the Monster Mash song. This remix sucked ass. Like they don't play the original music; they just play this crappy remix of the Monster Mash song. Like it sucked. The movie opened on Halloween night, 2019, a year later after the events of the 2018 film that was set in the first 2018 film in the kills. So it's pretty much a year later in Halloween night. You get this kid named Corey Cunningham who is babysitting a little kid named Jeremy who's a little shithead in the movie. Doesn't give a lot of shit to Corey at times, not making him be fair or being a babysitter. Like, hey, Corey's a cool guy. No, the kid's just a fucking little dipshit. They're watching John Carpenter's The Thing, and there's times that I'm gonna show you guys why there's movie reference in their movies. And you know what? And many times when they do this shit, at times I see that in movies. It's clever at times if it's a good movie you're watching, but when it's a shitty sequel, and you're promoting a better movie in your crappy ass sequel that you know it sucks. That's a sign of being a problem. Because this movie that's a sign of being the movie's being a piece of shit. Like, you know the movie sucks, so let's promote a better movie. That's always a bad sign to see that in movies. When your movie sucks and you show a footage or a picture poster of a better movie. You know your movie sucks. David Gordon Green and Danny McBride. John Carpenter's The Thing was shown on TV. Of course, it's supposed to be like a reference to when Tommy and Lori watched The Thing from Another World on TV in the first OG original Halloween film. Corey is babysitting the little shithead kid named Jeremy. He starts like playing hide and seek with Corey, and he gets Corey trapped into a closet and locks him in there. Even though I do feel bad for Corey, but why the fuck was he freaking out in the closet? Explain to me, folks. Why was he freaking out? Because it wasn't even a dark closet. It had like a few lights in there. It wasn't like the closet scene in the Sixth Sense where Haley Joel Osment, he gets in trapped. He gets put into the closet by those two shithead kids, and then the closet is so dark and he's like trying to bang and open the door. That was more like, I understand him being scared for that, but the closet wasn't even dark. It wasn't even like dark. Like, so why the fuck is Corey freaking out about the damn closet? He could have just, I don't know, found a window to get out, or at least kick the door or something. Because it looks like an easy door to kick open, but he does. As soon as his Jeremy's parents come in to open the door and see their little kid flying to the floor, after Corey kicks the door and the door hits the kid's face and flies 2 or 3 stories down and falls down screaming, and he falls down like a fucking accordion. It's all CGI and all that crap where it's like, it looks so fake, like it doesn't even have like a blood splat. It just looked like it's like, it looks so fake, and it just made me laugh my ass because it was so dumb and ridiculously bad. Like, it was supposed to be like something sad, but it just made me laugh, like, of how ridiculous that looked. Like the way the kid fell and it looked like a accordion moving around with his body all CGI. Like, I don't know, that part just made me laugh. I know it's supposed to be a heartbreaking scene, but you know what? The kid deserved it because he was being a little shit to Corey. He locked him in the closet. So whatever. Little fucker deserved it. Not that I don't condone when kids get killed in the movie, unless they deserve it or they don't listen. Fucking fuck with them. But, or they just being little shitheads or rude or something. Then yeah, they deserve it the most. But yeah, Corey gets accused of murder and he gets arrested for it. He kicks that little dipshit down 2 stories, gets accused of manslaughter for it, but he gets free from it, not going to jail. But yeah, it was just laughably bad of how stupid it was. And fuck Halloween Ends for stealing the Halloween 3 opening credit. You know the opening credits that open Halloween with the blue fonts of all the words letterings being blue, like bright blue. That's how Halloween 3 opens. And this shitty movie opens with those credits. It's like, hey, let's just do this is the third Halloween movie. Let's 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 do what we do with the third movie that we hate, Halloween 3. And I'll give my opinion about that too, because I enjoy Halloween 3 more than this piece of crap. But I'll get to that. But yeah, they stole the Halloween 3 opening credit fonts of the letters of all the spellings with the bright blue spellings. Like, yeah, great, great fucking job, David Gordon Green. You did something original. Dipshit. And of course, there's flashbacks like of Lori. Now she's an author, and she's telling about what's going on. And there's been like people getting killed or murdered, and they think it's Michael, but no, because they find two people getting gunshots with their heads. And there's a sad part in one of the flashbacks. You know, Cameron's friend from the first movie, the kid that gets his head, he gets like Michael stabs him like pushing his head under like his chin into like a pole spike or something, and his mom finds him in Halloween Kills like, and she's devastated seeing him. They do a fucked up part where they kill hit Cameron's friend's mom, her killing herself wearing her son's costume. Like that was fucked up to see. That was very sad. Like great job movie for showing suicide. Like fucking idiots. Like I don't want to see that shit. And yeah, I don't know. That part just kind of made me kind of like sad. Like oh, that was fucked up to see. And what the fuck is Laurie Strode celebrating Halloween after all the shit she went through when everybody got killed? Her daughter got killed. And she goes on to like no big deal, still celebrating Halloween like if it's so fucking important. It wasn't even important to her. She was psychologically scarred from it. Like that's bullshit to me. And of course, Corey Cunningham is working as a mechanic with his dad's workshop at the junkyard mechanic place. And Corey's dad gives him a motorcycle because Corey comes to the work late with his little bike. So yeah, it shows that his dad likes him, but his mom treats him like crap at times, like kind of like a mama's boy, where she just doesn't approve with Corey being out for long, and even of course he goes and has a relationship with Allison, and his mom is like kind of like not improved with that. But man, when it was like 18 minutes, this movie was boring as shit. I was bored as fuck with this movie. Because this was like, I have not seen this movie in a long time. I got to see this on Peacock. The last time I saw it on Peacock was was when it came out. I only saw it 2 times. And this was just the third time I was watching it. And I was straight up fucking bored of this movie. This movie was boring. And it does continue that. And you don't get Michael Myers. Where the fuck was Michael Myers? He's on the cover. Where the hell is he? I was like baffled, like, this shit's boring. And then they fucking have this high school band geek bully a 23-year-old Corey Cunningham. And it's just a fucking bull. It just feels fake as shit. Like I'm supposed to fight these bullies as like jackasses bullies, Like Corey Cunningham just legit, he could legit kick their asses. Like, come on. Like, come on. Like, that bull crap. And you know what? Corey Cunningham, he could have been an interesting new villain. I'm not gonna shit on Corey because I know some people shit on Corey. Because I know there's some people that think Corey's a worse character. Like he's up there with Tina. Tina's a piece of shit character. She sucks ass. But Corey Cunningham, he's a good character. I have to admit, they should have just done his own movie. He should have never been part of his franchise. He should have never been part of Halloween. They should have just had Corey Cunningham as his own movie franchise. I don't know, made by Sony or made by Warner Brothers or Lionsgate, whatever. But not associated with Universal and Halloween and Bumhouse. Corey Cunningham could have been an interesting new villain. And I have like an interesting story about it. How I feel like Corey Cunningham could have had his own franchise. Like he could have been a new villain. They could have created a new horror villain. Like they did with Thanksgiving, that Eli Roth movie that I saw like a couple days I saw a few days ago. That was a good movie. And John Carver was a great new horror villain. And looking forward to the second Thanksgiving movie. It was a bloodbath movie. I did a creative thing where I watched it on the computer and I also played some old music, oldies in the background where like all the bloody kills are happening, everybody's getting killed in the movie. It kind of makes the movie more intense when I played like some of the old classic oldies music. Like I wanted to hear some of that shit during like all the gruesome carnage because it kind of makes it more intense, in my opinion. But that's a better movie, and that had a good new horror villain, John Carver. I'm looking forward to Thanksgiving too. Corey Cunningham, they could have just done a new villain with him in his own movie, away from Universal, away from Bumhouse, and away from the Halloween franchise. They could have just used him as a new villain for his own movie by made by Warner Brothers or anybody else. And I have an interesting way of how he gets his mask, where he goes to the mechanic shop out there. He gets bullied by actual people that you buy to be bullies, not band geek bullies. It'd be like I don't know, like punk ass gang bullies beating him up. That I would buy that more. And then he gets he walks all the way to his mechanic shop where his dad works, and then he's only one by himself. He makes his own mask because his face is all cut and fucked up by the bullies. So you know what? He does like a creative thing where he makes this he welds this plastic mask into like um 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 a metal welding made mask made with iron, and then he molds it together, gluing them together, and puts tar around the face, the inside of the face, to burn it and glue it together. Then Corey Cunningham puts the mask on and burns the shit out of him, but that's his new mask. And then he starts going after those bastards and then even more victims in the movie. That was my own Corey Cunningham movie. Like he should have been a new villain to a different production of a movie studio, not this association Universal with Blumhouse and Halloween. That's my opinion because I'm not shitting on Corey. They could have used him as a new horror villain out of this out of this franchise, but they fucked it up by putting him in this Halloween Ends movie, and that's my opinion about it. And then you get more Corey Cunningham having like a relationship with Allison, and Allison in this movie just sucks in this movie. I didn't really care for Allison that much in the other two movies. I know some people care for her, but I wanted Michael to just kill her. I wanted Michael to kill everybody in this movie because I hate this movie so much. And of course, Lindsay and Allison are at Lori's house. They're playing tarot cards, which is a reference to People in the Stairs that Wes Craven made. And that opened the movie where Ruby and Fool are playing tarot cards. It's like, I'd rather watch that movie. Great reference, dipshit. And then some, and then one day Lori's coming from the market after she talks to Officer Hawkins, played again by Will Patton, good actor. But they don't use him. Like, where the fuck was that moment where he wanted to like find his redemption to going after Michael Myers? They didn't do that. They didn't even follow with that. So like, yeah, they skipped that. And then after Lori talks to him, and then she gets out with her groceries, some stupid fucking lady starts like saying crap to Laurie Strode and blaming her like, "Oh, you provoked Michael Myers." Bullshit. It wasn't her fault. She didn't provoke him. The ones that provoked him were those stupid assholes that were the podcast people. They had his freaking mask. No cops confiscated that mask. And when they allowed them to go into the facility and show Michael, say something, it was their fault. They provoked Michael Myers. And then they get their stupid asses killed in the bathroom. Michael smashes one of them in the bathroom stall, smashing their face until all their teeth are broken out and smashed through the nose. And then he kills like the other girl, the other podcaster, breaking her neck and then stealing the mask from them. They provoked it, Michael. It wasn't Laurie Strode. It was those two dumbasses from the 2010 Halloween. They were the ones that provoked Michael. Tommy and his stupid mob were going after Michael Myers. They kept going after this mental patient guy, which they think was Michael Myers, but they were so stupid not to realize he wasn't wearing a mask. He had mental he had like a mental patient overalls over him. He wasn't even wearing a freaking mechanic overalls, big ass Halloween mask, nothing. They weren't even look. They were so stupid they didn't even look and pay attention to what he is. So it just made them those characters more of an idiots, and it made them more scumbags when the guy had to like force himself to jump out of the window. That part was pretty fucked up in my opinion, and that made me care less for that stupid mob. Like when Michael killed them and went all Terminator on their asses, I was like clapping. I was clapping because they fucking deserved it for having that poor guy commit suicide after they wanted to kill him. Like, nah, they fucking deserved it. And yeah, and of course, Tommy gets killed. So like, yeah, that stupid mob started like trying to act like, oh, Michael was in the hospital, blah blah blah. No, lady, you're a fucking dipshit, idiot. You you did not know that that and was it was not Laurie Strode that provoked Michael Myers. It was those two fucking podcast idiots. And then also Dr. Sartain, which a lot of people crazed that he was it was a great twist. It was a great twist to see Dr. Sartain as a bad guy. Fuck Dr. Sartain. He was an idiot at the end because he think that, oh, turning evil and enjoying like, oh, I want to save Michael. It backfired because he's an idiot. And guess what? Michael killed him by stopping him on his face and like a watermelon. So yeah, fuck Dr. Sartain. He was an idiot character, and he's supposed to be like the new Loomis. Fuck out of here with that. And then the stupid fucking lady that was blaming Laurie Strode about all this crap. Her sister is in a wheelchair, and it turns out it's the The caretaker lady that Michael fucking killed and kills. And you're gonna tell me that she survived? Bullshit. Michael killed her because she. If you're wondering who that is, it's that lady, the one with the black lady, where her white husband gets killed by Michael Myers, and she gets that light tube, broken light tube, stabbed into her throat, and Michael just stabs the crap out of her throat. Like he violently stabs it through her throat, and she's bleeding out. And there's like no help coming. Nobody knows that stuff is happening. Like you don't even hear anybody yelling outside, like, "Hey, what's going on?" She was sitting there all bleeding to death. Like her throat was bleeding. There's no way somebody was coming to see her and getting her to a medical facility at all. And of course, she was an idiot too. She stand there all the time to get. She could have legit gotten out of there, but she just kept screaming like an idiot, standing by the door, like, and also holding a knife. Why the hell you're not even using the knife, you idiot? Like, come on. And of course, Michael stabs her stupid ass with a live tube and stabs the shit out of her in the throat, and boom, she bleeds. And she's like sitting on the floor bleeding to death, seeing Michael stab a lot of knives in her husband's back. And you're gonna tell me that character survived? Bullshit. Nobody found that character. And then her stupid the stupid fucking lady, like her sister is like being a little bitch, like where she's like, "Oh, this is your fault. Why my sister's like this?" No, fuck you, stupid ass lady. You don't even know shit. But yeah, like that's just like some bullshit right there. Like there's no way that lady survived. She bled to death in that scene. Nobody would deny. Like you don't even hear anybody saying like, "Hey, what's going on?" Like far away in the back, like you don't even hear no neighbors. So and like even like you don't even realize like Michael's not gonna leave the door open to make the cops obvious. Like, oh, let's go see what's going on. She was left there by herself with the dead husband there, all stabbed with a bunch of knives in his back, and she's alive. Bullshit. Michael killed her. And then of course Corey and Allison goes to this Halloween party in a bar that Lindsay owns, which is the same bar that her and Tommy and Marion went there, and also Lonnie. They went there to drink in the Kills movie. Now she's like the bartender, and she's not even like the character Lindsay. She's not even in that movie at all. Like she's not even in the movie at all that much. She doesn't even have like an interactive scene with Michael, like fighting each other. No, she's not even in this movie. She's like barely in this movie too. So she's like Michael Myers. She's barely in this movie too. Which I'll get to Michael soon. And besides, this is like already like 30 minutes in, and there's no Michael Myers. Like, what in the actual fuck? Come on, man. Nick Castle has a weird cameo as this flasher costume guy that talks to Corey Cunningham, and he has that same line that Linda gives in the original Halloween movie. See anything you like? And then he flashes like this flashing costume of anatomy stuff on his chest or something. Yeah, like great callback to the original dipshits. Like I'd rather watch the original movie than your fucking shitty sequel. Then the thing I wrote, they fucking remade. They fucking remade John Carpenter's Christine. And they break Corey Cunningham's glasses. That's my all-time favorite movie. If you see like your shitty, there's a shitty sequel and they're remaking like your all-time favorite movie in this movie. Fuck you, David Gordon Green, and fuck you, Jason Blum, and fuck you, Danny McBride. Go back and do fucking comedies, you fucking hacks, and write original shit, not copy and let's remake this shit, because David Gordon Green, let me just say to this, he trolled the motherfucking fans. He knew this movie was gonna be bad, but he acted like it was gonna be good. He trolled the fucking fans. And of course, he would go on to have this asinine saying that, I was inspired by John. This movie was an inspiration of John Carpenter's Christine. Bullshit! You just remade it into a crappy remake. Like this was already a remake. Like folks, this is pretty much a remake of John Carpenter's Christine. And you know how everybody knows that I have the avatar, the poster on my avatar of YouTube, and everybody knows that it's my all-time favorite movie. I may review that and do a retrospective in review on that film. I love that movie. That's my all-time favorite movie. You know, like how everybody has their all-time favorite movies? That's my personal favorite movie. But seeing it in this piece of shit movie just made me roll my eyes and just got fucking mad at times. Like, are you serious, David Gordon Green? You couldn't write original shit. You and Danny McBride couldn't write original shit, but you wanted to do a shitty redone of Carpenter's Christine. And yeah, that's what the bullies do when they find Corey. They crush it and break his glasses, and they bully him, like how Buddy Repperton bullied Arnie Cunningham in Christine and crushed his glasses. Not crushed him, but like stepped on his glasses. That's what happened in Christine. And then 40 minutes and 48 40 minutes and 48 seconds, because I counted the part where Michael fucking appears in it, in his own movie, and he's on the cover, he's on the DVD cover, him and Laurie are on the cover. You don't get that fight very soon because it takes this long ass pace that's so slow and so boring. Like this movie, it takes forever for that fight to happen, and we'll get to that crap. And that fight sucked ass. But Michael's appearance is 40 minutes and 48 seconds. He appears in the movie 40 minutes in. And it turns out he was sitting his ass in a sewer the whole time. He was hiding in a sewer like the Ninja Turtles. Where the Ninja Turtle moves are better than this crap. And he has like this strange ass sidekick connection with seeing Corey Cunningham's flashbacks and what happened to him in the past. And it goes all Christine, and where Michael's the Christine Carr and Corey's the Arnie Cunningham's character. And there was like this strange ass moment when he was like looking at Corey. It looked like he wanted to make out with Corey. Like when he was grabbing him by the throat or something and he got him close by his mask. It looked like he wanted to make out with him. And I'm like, what the fuck is that? That just looked weird. Like, is Michael in love with Corey? I don't know. And then Corey gets out from Michael letting him go and know who he is. Like, he kind of always feels similar to me. So I got some evil into Corey. And of course, Corey encounters the homeless guy that's outside with a knife, but the knife moves around and stabs the homeless guy instead. So Corey kills that homeless guy. That was like the first kill in the first person he killed instantly. And man, this movie's boring. This movie is really, really, really boring as fuck. And you got this crappy, lovey-dovey storyline relationship with Corey and Allison throughout this movie. Like, they go all Twilight and Titanic. Like, what the actual fuck? This is a Michael Myers Halloween movie where the hell is he? And then we get him, and only for a few minutes. And then you have this lovey-dovey storyline that takes more of the story into it. Like it's pretty much what more of the story is for it is that lovey-dovey storyline with Corey and Allison. Let me take a drink, folks. I've been ranting for like 35 minutes. And of course, they go to a diner and then they get harassed by this fucking cop. And then when he finds Corey at the sewer place, he chases him down there. He finds this weird fucking carving face on a stone wall or something that Michael made, and I'm like, what the fuck was that? It looked like a Michael Myers face mask, half of it on a stone. And then Michael kills this officer after Corey beats him up and then has him hold until Michael grabs his old knife and the music starts playing and he starts stabbing him. And it turns out that cop is like related to those related to the asshole bully kids that bullied Lonnie in the opening flashback of Halloween Kills. It turns out like because they're like it's like because I found out it's like he's related to like those asshole bullies and their last name's called Mulvaney or something like don't fuck with the Mulvaney. And he does this. The officer says the same line before he gets killed by Michael Myers. Don't fuck with the Mulvaneys. So mm, I guess he killed one of those assholes. And it's all like I couldn't barely see shit. It was too dark, man. Like the movie was lit dark in the sewers. Like I could not see shit. And of course, the other thing that pisses me off about this movie, they make Michael Myers weak, like he's sick, and then they go on to say, "Oh, he has that COVID." If you know what that means, because I can't say it because YouTubes are dicks and they'll demonetize my video for saying that word. But you know what that sickness means from 2020. They want to say that, oh, he has that and he's sick and he's weak. Like, you're telling me Michael Myers from Halloween Kills went all Terminator on those stupid mob people that were being all cocky and they were being all like, oh, let's kick his ass, let's kill him. And he waked up killing them, stabbing them, slashing them, tearing their limbs from limbs, breaking off their arms, their legs, slashing their throats, stabbing the knife under their chins, killing Anthony Michael Hall's Tommy Doyle's character. And you're gonna tell me that character, and you're gonna tell me that he he's weak, he's broken down. He took a lot of pain in those two movies. He got his two fingers broken. I mean, just two fingers shot off in 2019. And you're gonna tell me he's weak in this movie. So he had to get power by killing a victim. After he's been sitting in the sewers for almost 4 years, that they say. Come on. Bullshit. That's just stupid in my opinion. That just makes the movie look stupid. And there's this doctor name that they keep showing this doctor, and his name is Dr. Mixter, and yeah, that's a reference to that character, Dr. Mixter, that was in Halloween 2, the 1981 film. The doctor that Michael kills by stabbing the needle into his eye. Yeah, great reference to that movie. That's another reference to a better movie. Halloween 2, the 1981. And you know what? I was gonna say this. I like the sister and brother storyline. I think it gives it like a really new, like a unique twist to it. I thought it was cool. I'm in that route where They had the brother sister storyline, but they got rid of it in the 2018 movie, which I thought was bullshit. But Michael kills some dumb bimbo bitch and kills her by recreating Bob's death. You know, when he grabs Bob and then he lifts him up and stabs him in the chest and he's left with the knife. They do like a shitty recreation of that scene and it's just really badly done. And then there's this dumbass radio DJ guy that we keep hearing this idiot saying a bunch of crap and all this stuff. And of course this guy's a dumbass saying all this crap and crap and crap about Halloween and Michael Myers. The character's just a dickhead. And then it pisses him off. It pisses off Corey after him and Allison encounter this asshole. But after that, Corey has a confrontation. He gets confrontation by Laurie Strode in the abandoned house that he took care of Jeremy at, because the house is abandoned. But after they had the argument, oh, stay away from house, and they had like some stupid argument, and I don't know what the hell, like, what leads to another, which this insults the people who love horror movies. And yes, I like the Corey Cunningham character. I wish he was in a different movie, not this fucking bullshit. But they do this most disrespectful horror movie thing where Corey Cunningham goes into the sewers to see Michael again, and he has a bit of a scuffle with him, and then you think Michael's gonna kill him. No, Michael gets body fucking slam. He gets body slam by Corey Cunningham, who's not even that big. He gets body slam by Corey Cunningham, and Corey Cunningham steals his fucking mask. He steals his fucking mask. He steals the Shape's mask. He body slammed him and he stole his mask. His William Shatner mask. It baffles me and I find that disrespectful. Like, what if some stupid asshole did that shit to like Jason? Oh, I body slammed Jason and I stole his hockey mask. Oh, Leatherface, I body slammed Leatherface and I stole his chainsaw and his Leatherface mask. Up your ass, David Gordon Green and Nan McBride and Jason Blum. Fuck you. That to me was disrespectful and a spit in the face like this. That's like Jason Blum and David and Gordon Green spitting at at the fans of Halloween. It's like this. Oh, we're Jason Blum and we're Danny McBride and David Gordon Green. It's like a spit in the face like that. That's how I felt about it when I saw that scene. It pissed me off. And I know that's because I'm ranting, I'm ripping this movie a new ass, like, which I'll get to that by the end. But yeah, Laurie knows that Corey has some Michael evilness in him. It's freaking her out, and she's trying to warn Allison, but Allison is a she's a bewildering idiot where she acts like she doesn't know that Corey is evil and stuff, and she doesn't believe her grandma, which is Laurie, and she just becomes all very unlikable to her and saying all this shit. Oh, I lost my friends. I lost my parents because of you. No. The only reason why Cameron got killed is because it was your stupid fucking fun to go with him. That was the reason why he died. Which is her friend that got killed by Michael Myers. And then I don't know, but she goes on to just be unlikable like that to her grandma. Like that's bullshit. And it just makes me to just say fuck you to Allison. Like it just makes me hate the character even more because I wasn't even a fan of the character. They were trying to just make, oh, like let's make Allison like the new Laurie Strode. Allison's a terrible character, terribly written. No, but I didn't really care for Allison that much in the movie. And then they do another movie reference where Corey's dad is watching John Woo's Hard Target. Like, great. Another reference to another better movie, Hard Target, which I have in 4K. I rather watch that. And that's a good movie. That movie kicks ass. And that has something good with John Claude Van Damme fighting all the bad guys that are led by Arnold Vosloo and Lance Harris skin Lance Harris, and they're like the bad guys, and they have like all their henchmen trying to kill John Claude Van Damme, but John Claude Van Damme is a badass in that movie. And of course, I praise John Woo movies, and I have reviewed Silent Night, great film, and John Woo knows how to direct action movies where it kicks ass, take no names, and kicks ass like a motherfucker. I miss those kind of action movies. But yeah, Corey Cunningham's dad is watching John Woo's Hard Target. Like, I'd rather watch that. Like, it's another movie reference why your movie sucks. Mechanic, junkyard. It's just a setting of the Darnell's junkyard in Christine, where the bullies are meeting to find Corey and trying to beat him up after they slashed their car or something. And Corey is driving a truck, a mechanic truck, and runs a few of the bullies over, which is another reference to another movie, and it's Halloween 4. It's like the same kind of looking truck, like the mechanic truck that, like the mechanic pickup truck that Michael Myers stole in Halloween 4 after he had that really great badass confrontation with Loomis in that diner scene. After he has that line, "You want another victim? Take me. But leave those people in peace. Please, Michael. Gosh damn you." And then you get that badass Halloween theme song where Michael's not there, he's gone. Loomis hears the mechanic garage door opening, closing, and then Michael goes into the truck. He yells, "Michael!" And then Michael breaks through the garage door with stealing the mechanic truck, and Loomis is trying to shoot Michael through the window, and then Michael's truck hits the gas, making it a big explosion. That's a better movie. I wanted to see Halloween 4. But yeah, Corey's using a truck to ram them over. And Corey is, after he stole Michael Myers' mask, he has a coveralls like the mechanic outfit, and then he has the Michael Myers mask like he's trying to embody Michael Myers killing all these dumbass bully characters. And his dad gets randomly killed by one of the bullies that are holding the guns because he doesn't want Corey to get killed. So his dad gets killed in the crossfire, which is kind of sad that his dad wasn't really involved in this shit. And he was like the only good character that was in the movie. Kind of feel bad for his dad. And yeah, of course, the ones that are doing the killings is Corey. He's doing all these graphic, brutal kills, but it's not Michael Myers. And maybe they think that it looks like Michael Myers because he's wearing the mask, but it's not him. It's Corey that's doing the killing. It's not Michael Myers. Michael Myers is still in the fucking sewers. And then Corey kills all the dumbass bullies, and then he kills the dumbass radio guy that keeps talking shit on the radio. He kills his receptionist first, and then he goes and grabs the DJ radio guy, strangling the headphones around him, and smashing his face into like the DJ player record, and smashing it until his jaw is broken off, and you see his exposed of his tongue, and he slices it off with a pair of scissors, and it's sliding on what's it called, a vinyl piece where it's like playing a record, and it keeps hitting like the pin where it keeps like going beep beep because the tongue keeps like making this like weird slushy noise where it's like move around like good practical effects. Okay, I'll give credit. That was good practical effects, but it still doesn't make me enjoy the movie any much because I think this movie sucks ass. And of course, Laurie uses a diversion to make Corey think that she took her own life, but to go into the room and see like this mess, thinking it was brain matter, but it was just punk. It was just pumpkin crap put on the floor, and then she's just all surprised, and boom, she shoots Corey, and he falls on the 2 stories down, and then Corey tries to like kill himself by slashing his throat and making it think that Laurie killed him. And then Allison comes in. She's an idiot. She doesn't realize that Corey's wearing coveralls. Like, come on. And he's wearing the mask. Like, it makes it obvious, like, she's an idiot character. Like, she doesn't realize that Corey tried to kill your grandma. You fucking idiot. And you're feeling all, what'd you do? What'd you do? That acting from that actress was bad, in my opinion. I'm sorry. Her acting was bad in this movie. But yeah, it just like it just made the character such a fucking idiot in this movie. And then Laurie have this now. Michael Myers comes back to get his mask and his knife. Corey grabs him by the hand, but Michael gets the upper hand and snaps his neck. Not like crushing his face or anything, or, or I don't know, stabbing his eyes out or some shit with the knife. He just gives him a boring, broken, snap neck. And then now it's like an hour and 40 minutes in. We finally get the fight with Laurie and Michael that they keep promoting that it was supposed to be like already happening soon, but this fight took all the way for an hour and 40 minutes. And Michael and Laurie had one of the most shittiest fights. This fight was just rushed and just anticlimactic. It did not feel like a fight at all. It felt like they just rushed this shit too fast. They just feel like, oh, let's just make it so anticlimactic the way that the fight ends. And the fight just sucks compared to like the fight they had in H2O. The fight in H2O was a much, much, much better fight. And they still want to show that Michael Myers is weak. He's not strong anymore. What the fuck? David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, and Jason Blum. What in the fuck? And of course, I wanted Michael Myers to just kill Allison and Laurie. I was like, end this piece of crap, Michael. Like, let Michael win. I was like feeling like Leatherface. You know, like how I felt with Leatherface, like in the new shitty Chainsaw Massacre movie. I wanted Leatherface to win because I was cheering for him. You know what? I was cheering for Michael Myers in this movie. I wanted him to win. I was like done with these characters. Laurie was just being a miserable character. Allison was an idiot character. So I was like, please just kill him, Michael. And guess what? Jason Blum and David Green fucked that up, and that didn't happen. And of course, the fight ends where like it looks like Michael was about to like I don't know break her neck or like rip her throat out or some shit. But Allison comes to the save and breaks his arm, and then they start like slicing his wrist and his throat to make him bleed to death, and then they tie him on top of Allison's car to take him to the junkyard, and you get this. You keep getting this shot of this smash. I don't know what you call it. It's like this smasher grater where they smash everything in a junkyard. They keep showing this so much that you don't even like you knew something was going on with this. Like, and guess what? They take him to that smasher, and then they have everybody wanting to see Michael Myers die for once and for all. And this movie has a shitty finale. And then where was that revenge part where Officer Hawkins that Will Patton played in the previous movie Halloween Kills? He wanted to have like that redemption arc where he wanted to go after Michael, and his mistake of what he did in 1978, not killing him. Where's that arc? They didn't really went to that. They just like, oh, let's forget about it. They didn't even follow up to that. And yeah, this finale sucks ass compared to like better fights in previous Halloween movies. There's better fights in other Halloween movies. The fight with Laurie in Halloween, in the original Halloween, is better. Their fight, Laurie and Loomis's fight against Michael Myers in Halloween 2 is better. Rachel's fight against Michael Myers is better. Loomis's fight against Michael Myers in Halloween 5 is better. Tommy Dole's fight against Michael Myers in Halloween 6 is better. Laurie Strode again with her fight against Michael Myers in H2O, that's a better fight. I'm going to just say this. Buster Rhymes fighting Michael Myers is better than this ending. Trick or treat, motherfucker. That's his line, the iconic line from the movie franchise that everybody makes fun of. But you know what? I'll take that any day over this bullshit. Trick or treat, motherfucker. Yeah, like he does like this stupid, like he's trying to be like Bruce Lee, making all these weird noises because he watches Bruce Lee movies. Like it's so stupid, but I'll take that over this crap. And even the fight in the Rob Zombie's Halloween movies with Laurie Strode and Michael Myers, those are better fights, in my opinion, than what was shown in this crap. And then the movie ends where they kill Michael Myers. They put him in this crusher. They crushed him to death. And it crushes him, and now he's gone. Laurie finished her novel. She has a talk with Will Patton's character. Allison is moving out, and she's going to a different state. And then the movie ends where you kind of hear like a faint breathing until like you see like a mask on top of Laurie Strode's kitchen table. And then the movie ends with "Don't Fear the Reaper." Good song, but come on. Like I heard that song in I heard that in Rob Zombie's Halloween. I'm not sure it was played in the original Halloween movie, but I know in Rob Zombie's Halloween I heard the music. I'd rather watch that. But yeah. The last thing I want to say about reviewing this movie and ranting on this piece of crap is fuck this movie up its motherfucking ass. And also, I want to bury this piece of crap. I chose a lot of these movies that I picked out of my collection because I want to really bury this movie up to his ass. Yeah, David Gordon Green, Danny McBride, and Jason Blum, fuck you. You destroyed Halloween. You fucked up Michael Myers. And here are movies that I think are better than your stupid ass Halloween Ends movie. The Jeepers Creeper movies. They were original. They had better endings. Dark Harvest. It's a shitty low budget scarecrow movie. But to me, this was more entertaining than your bullshit Halloween Ends movie. And I enjoy this movie. This movie's a lot of fun. Dark Harvest. Even that new Dark Harvest movie is better too. Dark, I mean, Maximum Overdrive from 1986, a movie that Stephen King shits on, which I disagree with him saying that this movie's crap. This movie's a lot better than Halloween Ends. This is not boring. This has kick-ass soundtrack and kick-ass carnage. And I'm gonna mention one action movie here. Rambo Last Blood. This is a movie that a lot of people shit on when it came out. Of course, the story's not the best, but it does deliver a finale that doesn't disappoint you. It's bloodbath, carnage, and fun, and kick-ass, take no names, Rambo revenge in this movie. Has a better finale than Halloween Ends. Shocker. The movie Shocker, wait, Wes Craven. This is a movie that gets shit on by everybody. People bury this movie. They don't like this movie. They think Shocker's a dumb movie. No, I'll take Shocker any day over that new Halloween crap. Brain Damage, the Frank Hendelauer movie. Crazy movie. I got this for my birthday back in 2017. This was a great birthday gift that I got back in 2017 by Arrow releasing this one. And this is a great movie. This movie's crazy as hell. To this set. Yeah. And I like this movie. Brain Damage is a great film. I definitely want to review it someday. Of course, they reference this movie, Halloween 4, The Mechanic Truck. I'd rather watch this movie, Halloween 4. This was the first horror, and thanks to this movie, this was the first horror movie that got me into horror movies. Seen it on VHS. So thanks for this movie. I always appreciate this movie a lot. Thanks for that movie being the first horror movie I ever watched, the R-rated horror movie I ever watched. Van Helsing. This movie I defend. I think this movie is so badass, underrated, takes no names, and a lot better than Halloween Ends. Great movie is Van Helsing. A movie that's so underrated that needs a Blu-ray or 4K upgrade is The Unnameable 2. This movie is so good. It's scary. It's really good. And it's only 104 minutes. It's 104 minutes is an hour and 44 minutes. This Halloween Ends bullshit felt like 2 hours. And this movie was not even long. This movie wasn't even boring. You even got good actors in this movie. Even the lead is a pretty good, likable character. He's like this scientist dude, but he does a good performance where you just really want to root for him to survive, and you feel for him in this movie. Where I don't like the only person I felt for was Corey, but they screwed up that character up by making him the new Michael Myers. Hell with that. Out of here with that crap. And yeah, I also have the Nightmare on Elm Street movies here because I want to pick the sequels that I think a lot of people shit on too much, that I think are better than Halloween Ends. Nightmare on Elm Street 2. People say that, this is the most gayest horror movie ever. Fuck out with that shit. It's not a gay horror movie. It does have some of that tones in it, but it's a badass, scary sequel. This movie scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. I always liked this more than the first one. I know some people may disagree, but to each their own. But this movie scared the crap out of me when I was a kid. This movie scared the crap out of me, legit. And I think that movie's underrated. It still holds up. Nightmare on Elm Street 4. This movie was creative. It may have some goofy shit, but I do enjoy Nightmare on Elm Street 4. I think the movie has a really good horror aspect to it. It has a good soundtrack too, and great character of to follow this character named Alice, played by dang, they don't credit her name. Damn it, I forgot her actor's name, but they don't credit her on this in the back insert. But yeah, the girl that played Alice was great. Great final girl. Better than Allison. Fuck Allison in Halloween Ends. And then Freddy's Dead, which I have the poster of Freddy's Dead. It shows you that I like this movie. This movie is creative. I don't give a crap if anybody says, Freddy's too goofy. He was goofy in this piece of shit. He was goofy in this bullshit, the fifth one. But I'll still say I'd rather watch this than Halloween Ends. This movie is goofy, but it was shown to have fun with it. It looked like Michael. It looked like Robert Englund had fun to do this movie. He was having a blast. He wasn't like miserable. He wasn't like, oh, let's shit on the character. Oh, let's have them beat up Freddy Krueger for a lot of times so he doesn't have like anything to offense to beat the victims up, fight them back. So let's make him a weak ass bitch. No, they didn't do that. They had Freddy Krueger become a goofy person in this movie, but you know what? He had fun. He had great wits with it. Robert Englund looked like he was kicking ass, taking no names, and having fun with playing Freddy Krueger in this film. And I'll take this any day over Halloween Ends. This movie is a lot of fun. And thanks for this one. This was actually the first Nightmare on Elm Street movie I saw before I went to go see Freddy vs. Jason back in 2003 with my dad in theaters. Because me and my dad went to go see Freddy vs. Jason in theaters like months before. This was like one of like the first Nightmare on Elm Street movies I saw because my dad rented it with this one in D. Snyder's Strangeland at Blockbuster. And I appreciate this movie being entertaining. But yeah, I just don't understand what was good about Halloween Ends. That's why I'm ripping in a new ass. These movies are great. These movies are great. And Blumhouse, don't fuck up him. Don't fuck up Freddy Krueger. Because I bet they're going to get their hands on him. And they're going to screw it up. Yeah. Because if they're going to reboot it, you're going to get rid of all these sequels. Like, oh, let's make it a reboot. Let's make it the real sequel. You're going to get rid of New Nightmare. You're going to get rid of Freddy's Dead. You're going to get rid of the Dream Child. You're going to get rid of the Dream Master. You're going to get rid of Dream Warriors. Dream Warriors. Dude, I am a Dream Warriors. Dun, dun. You're going to get rid of that. And you're going to get rid of the most badass sequel in the series. Nightmare on Elm Street 2, Freddy's Revenge. I ain't seen that crap. If you're going to screw it up, Mike. You're going to screw it up Freddy Krueger. That's bullshit. That's straight up bullshit. I'm not going to see that crap. Because if they're going to do that, they're just going to do all this stupid shit. Oh, let's just make a joke about this and this. And then let's reference the other movies. Like they did with the 2018 Halloween movie, which I still think is an overrated film. Because it's pretty much Halloween's greatest hits of all. Let's reference all the Easter eggs in these moments. Ha 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 ha. Have like this shitty version of retelling the part where Laurie's dealing with her, dealing with her PTSD about Michael Myers, and having her be like have this shitty fight with Michael at the end. And also in this movie, Halloween Ends, it was a shitty fight. And then the movie was just boring. Legit boring. I am never gonna own Halloween Ends. I think it's hands down one of the worst horror sequels, or not but the worst sequel that ever came out and it was ever made. This movie sucks ass. And I would never want to own this movie. Even if I see it at the thrift store for a few dollars, I am never going to own this fucking bullshit. I can have all the crappy sequels. Like, I still have Chainsaw Massacre Next Generation. I have Exorcist 2. I have Jason Goes to Hell. I even have the Jason Goes to Hell poster, and that's a lot fucking better. Like that poster, Jason Goes to Hell. And on and on. This movie, Halloween Ends, is a piece of crap, and I think it's one of the worst horror sequels ever made. The worst sequel ever made. Fuck Halloween Ends. And fuck Blumhouse, too. And fuck David Gordon Green, too. Have a good day, everybody. Hit the like, subscribe, and take care, folks. Bye-bye.